Hello everybody. And something I've been putting off and wanting to do, and I have arrangements for setting off the moss and all that fun stuff, is these two tanks. Well, this video is going to be on this tank right here. My 40 gallon, one of my 40 gallon breeders that is on the floor. This is the other one. And I don't even know what I'm going to do with this tank yet. That one. But this one, it's going to be a shrimp tank, which it already is. Just shrimps. It's going to be red shrimp that I'm going to be selling as cherry shrimp. So, not the fire red. They aren't from the same ones, but these ones I'm just going to let go. Not keep up with the colon is good, and I mean, they're still really good red shrimp. I mean, that one qualifies as fire red. So they're still going to be really good. Just not quite as good. So anyway, and another thing, I got some really sweet ass plants from Valley Fish, namely this Florida Sunset Crypt, which after doing some research on it, I discovered it is just a variant, a very nice variant of a Wendtii, and Wendtii get huge and look really sweet, except this one's going to be red. So that's awesome. I want that to be, even though it is now just a little plant, I know once it gets going, it will take off and be going really good. So, and then I'm going to incorporate some of this Ludwigia arcuata, I believe it is called. It is growing, clearly. And I'm going to take out all the moss and then reincorporate that in there somehow, some way. And then I'm going to clean the glass, and we'll see what we're doing. So, first step I want to do is take out all the moss. Alright, I think you're on there pretty good. So, let's see if we can get some of this on video. The main thing we're trying to avoid here is getting, you can't just rip it all out real quick and easy, because we are trying to not get shrimp for many reasons. The main ones being is I like my shrimp and I like to keep them. And the person who is getting all this moss has hundreds of tanks, all full of different kinds of various shrimp. So it'd be pretty shitty if I sell this guy a bunch of moss and there's a bunch of freaking cherry shrimp in there. So that wouldn't be good. So I like keeping my shrimp, and he likes not getting mixed up shrimp. Even though I've been very careful, I looked in the bucket, I still see like 3 little tiny babies. So what you do is you go through and you try to pick those out. And then in case you missed even more of that, when I bag up the moss to send it, I put it in chlorinated water. So then in case there's some little tiny itty bitty little tiny dudes I'm missing, Well, not that shrimp. It's a dead shrimp that's buried. That's weird. Wonder what's going on there. There's quite a few shrimp in here, not as many as I would have thought. There's quite a few. Now, we will be using some of this moss to I'm gonna redo the tank, because this moss is, in my book, is pretty much essential for my shrimp tanks. So all my shrimp tanks, almost all my tanks period, will have this moss because it is such a good plant for a number of reasons. Shrimp to, if I can talk, shrimp to graze on, chemically filtering the water, that's all plants do. For guppies, a great place for fry to hide in. And any number of things here. It's just all around my favorite aquarium plant for sure. This moss is pretty amazing. I think these Ludwigias, instead of cutting them up, because I'm going to take them all out, I'm going to do just rip out the whole plant and send it to the guy. He buys all my plants. Well, I need to get rid of a whole bunch. So I just send him cuttings. He'll have some nice big rooted plants. Well, that's kind of cool. Look at how this moss, I don't know if I can, this moss has attached itself to that brick. That is pretty cool. I'll leave it like that for sure. So, here's the moss. All the moss is out. Put some more water in here so the moss ain't drying out. Alright. There's the moss. Let's see that. This is what we got for shrimp going on in here now. It's a pretty good shrimp. Pretty good shrimp. Maybe I'll sell these as Sakuras or something. I don't know. Because I don't put my, they're not fire red coals. They're not that. They're just their own. I don't purposely put bad shrimp in here. So obviously the outside of the glass needs some attention. So what we're gonna do is see if I can get my little stand thing here set up again. Let's see. Alrighty. Now we're going to put some water in this bucket. And we're going to put the Ludwigia in this bucket full of water. usually start doing water changes on Thursday, and today is Wednesday. So these bottom tanks, I might do a little bit of a water change on them because you can see where the moss was at. There is definitely a significant amount of mulm build up, and I'm trying to make the tanks look nice, not leave piles of mulm piled up on here. Alright, let's see if we can get this out of here without breaking it. So if I had to do this over again, I am not putting tanks on the floor. Woo! Hell, that sucks. Working on them. There's some moss we missed down in there. And we'll go ahead and get that all stirred up. I'll put my little super filter thing I use when I redo tanks. Oh my goodness. Look at the root mass on that. That is some rooted in Ludwigia. There's some moss stuck in it, but I think it's pretty. Look at that root on there. That is pretty cool. A lot of moss on it. Pick out some of this moss. I'll do that. Well, you're not watching me, because you probably don't want to watch me pick off moss. Find the bottom of this here and slowly, gently, steadily pull it up out of the substrate. Let me shake off the blasting sand. No, that's a pretty good root ball right there. Let's see, and this one has some sand built up on it too. Or sand, I mean. It's a nice looking piece of Ludwigia. Pretty cool. Alright. Well, we got same thing. You uproot these plants like this. You just gently, don't tug on them. And that is, of course, if your goal is to keep the root intact. Oh, that one just broke. Oh, not too bad. That one broke somewhere. Alright. Let's see, gotta get some more plants. This one I'm digging down with my hands into the sand. So I pick some of this moss that's growing up on there. That is looking pretty good. Ah! Look at this. I found that one had a shrimpy on it, and I got a shrimpy flopping around on the floor. So, oh, shrimpy, what's up? I don't know if that's showing up or not. Oh, yeah, it is. So let's see. I'll put him back in the tank. Oh, there he goes. He already swam off. He's fine. So, you may be wondering, what the hell you doing making a video on a Wednesday in the middle of the day? I ended up between the weather, getting a snowstorm right now, had a touch of the stomach flu, the guy I work with and my helper, who's also my cousin, needed Monday off, and he didn't want to work if I had the flu, even though I wanted to work, so I ended up unexpectedly, I can speak, getting the whole week off of work. So now we're going to sit here and let this do that. What I'll do next is something I do a lot, and I'll show you. Okay, so what we have here is a super big, powerful, it's like almost 400 gallons per hour power head. Yeah, let's see, it's marine land, one of the big, strong marine land power heads. And this used to be, now, it used to be a Mountain Dew bottle. Then it used to be a skimmer, is what has all the notches cut in it. But now, when I redo these tanks, what I like to do, polyfill, cheap, hypoallergenic, nothing added, no anti-mold, no nothing, just polyester fibers. We stuff down in there like so. And what this will do, this is a powerful, powerful power head, and it's going to kick up crap and mess and everything. And I'll put it in a few different spots. Like right here's a good spot for now, if I can get it. So what I'm gonna do, it's going to stir up all this crap in this tank, and it's all going to get sucked in there. And while it's doing that, I will also be changing water. So pull out all the dirty water, put in clean water, pull out all the dirty, clean out water. I'll probably be doing that for the next few hours on this tank. And then every time that starts slowing down, starts cavitating, blowing air bubbles, I'll change the filter, the polyester filling. And that's just how it's going to do. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so it's just got plugged in the power head, and look at all the crap it's stirring up, and lots of it's getting sucked into there. So I'll do this a lot of times, and now when it's real dirty like this, the best thing to do is what I'm about to do next. So now we have the power head filter thing going on. We're sucking out dirty water, and we just gotta let this go for a little bit. This wrap will be just fine. Every time I fill it back up with water, I add some safe. I'll check back in as I make my progress. Alright, so now the pump is barely flowing because that is nice and clogged up. So what we're going to do here, this might be fun trying to do this with one hand, but I'm going to take that off. Oh, yuck. And then we dump that in there. Oh, this is pretty crappy videoing, I realize that. Get some polyfill. I really don't want that. I need to get this back on there as quick as possible because if the shrimp got sucked in there, the leaf got sucked in there, it would not be good. Alright, that's back on there. Now it's sucking like crazy. The water is actually filling back up right now. So what I'm going to do, you can see how the current off that is. I'm going to stir this all up with my hand. And I'll probably scoot this thing. Oh shit, we're losing the. God damn it. Sorry for the language. But this is me. That's how my channel always is. Okay. We got good poop and crap stirring up. We lost the suction cup. But I think we're still good. We're getting this corner all stirred up. This tank it's filling up again. And then when it gets filled up, we'll start taking out water again. And then we'll see where we're at. I mean, you can see all the crap getting stirred up. This takes a while, but if you want to keep your substrate intact and keep a planted tank intact, this is the best way I found to go about doing this one. Old tanks getting really scudsy and gross. That's how I do it. It does good for me. It really does work. Because I got sand. It's not like I can just vacuum the sand out. Not really, anyway. Not very good. And I'm not trying to get it perfect. I'm just trying to get it a whole lot better. And that is a lot of crap right there and there. So, we're making progress. So now they're getting filled up. And we'll go back to sucking water out. Alright, so here we go. I'm removing water one last time. After, that's probably done like 7 or 8, 50% water changes. This will be the last one. I'm going to take this out. I can hear the pump cavitating. So it's nice and clogged up. I'll take that out. Finish doing another water change. Then we'll fill it back up. Let it clear out a little bit. Then we'll see how we're doing. Alright. We're letting water drain out. And while we let water drain out for the last time, we're gonna clean the outside of the glass roughly. This ain't gonna be the final all clean because we're gonna mess it up again when we add when we do the planting. So I've been using these things here, invisible glass wipes. So I've been using to clean the tank, glass, the outside. Just a nice, it's like a baby wipe with glass cleaner on it essentially. So what we're going to do is just give it a rough and dirty quick wipe down, because we're going to get it messed up again anyway. when we do the planting. So this is just so we can see what we're doing better when we're planting. Then afterwards, after it's planted, we'll do a perfect, well, as close to perfect as I feel like doing glass cleaning. Is what the game plan will be. So, it's looking pretty good, I'd say. So, what we'll do is finish letting this water drain out. About 50%. And I'll probably let it sit for a little bit and clear out a little bit more. And then it will be time to start planting. Alright. I'll check back in with my progress. I'll let you know. And here we are. Here's that Ludwigia arcuata and the Florida Sunset Crypt. That Ludwigia arcuata is already was already starting to send out some good roots. It's pretty crazy for such a little tiny stem plant. Just a little tiny clip. So this is what we're looking at here now. Still, yeah, you know, we've got the moss. We're going to use some of that still. We've got our planter tools. And we've got some of these. I'll show you how I plan on using these. Okay. First, I've been thinking about how I want to do this. See if we can get most of the tank in the shot. I'm not sure how that is showing up here, but okay. Let me see. Okay. That might work. So we've got these. Shot's working out. No, I don't care about this kind of stuff. It's my day off. I'm trying to make a nice video for you guys. Alright, so here we go. This is going to be the main holy grail plant for this tank now. The Florida Sunset Crypt. Look at it. Looking good. Okay. I hope this gets this. It's already trying to send out runners. Huh. Wow. Okay. I have my planter things, but I don't, with crypts and their crazy roots, I like to do this by hand. So you want to get this right close in the middle here. Still plenty of yuck in the mulm in there that the plants will like. Okay, got that right down there. And now we're going to put in this Ludwigia arcuata, and I'm going to use my planting deals here. I'm going to put these in the background. Right there in the middle there. Alright. This one. Starting to do pretty good as far as roots and stuff go. nice big fat patch of these, hopefully right up the middle and the back. And the Sunset Crypt will hopefully be the middle foreground plant. That is what we're hoping for anyway. This one is tall. Look at that thing. Look at that showing up. That one is enormous compared to the others. Yeah, that's kind of close to the crypt, so we're gonna scoot that one out a little bit here. And then put this little dude over here. Alright. Hopefully this has enough light on it. I think it's pretty good. Okay, we're done with those plants from Valley Fish. Those are going to be the main plants of the whole deal here. Now we're going to get some moss. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to break it up into pieces like that. And then I'm going to take these, as I do all my moss and tanks with substrates. Take that, and hopefully this is showing up. Make sure it is. Okay. And I'm just going to pull out in the substrate. Let me get it so they're all generally facing the same way. It's not super important. The closer you put these together, the quicker you'll have a nice, quick moss patch. The only problem is this tank does not have very deep substrate. So we gotta, and you can make this go a lot further too. Like you can do little teeny tiny, just do a few little strands of moss, and you can take just a little bit of moss and make it go a long way when you're doing this. But I've got plenty of moss. This way it's a lot quicker and easier. I'm trying to separate out 200 little strands of moss and then plant them separately. So I just like doing it this way. I think this tank, well, I'm redoing, this is the first time this tank has been redone since I set it up. Like completely cleaned and get all the muck out and that kind of thing. This is the first time, and I believe this rack of 40s is 2 years old now, I believe. So that moss in 2 years. Well, I've taken out a bunch of moss and trimmed it up, sold some and all that, but I've never just completely done this before with this tank. It's 2 years old. But taking your time, patience, and consistency is the easiest, best way to do these low-tech planet tanks. You try adding more light to make everything grow fast, try adding fertilizers, everything just gets 20 times harder to balance out. I like these low light, low maintenance, easy to handle setups. I like them quite a bit. I'm getting frickin' soaked, which I suppose is to be expected. Alright, that side is done. Now we're going to do this side over here. I don't know how I'm going to do this without getting my... Ooh, my phone's soaking wet. I don't want to do that. So I'll set it up over here. I'm going to be very careful not to soak my phone. I got water all over the freshly cleaned tank. That's why I said I wasn't going to get it perfect. Because it's like I've done this before and I know what's going to happen. Pretty wild. You're going to get frickin' soaking ass wet. Watch out, shrimpies. There's a little pile of shrimpies back there in the corner. Shrimpies, shrimpies, shrimpies. Oh man. Let's see, what else can I tell you guys about? That strand come undone. That is not ideal. Gotta get it in there so it will stay together. Nice big clumps of moss. I'm gonna have to figure out something with this damn old light because it is shading some of this out. There we go. Got that fixed, I think. Alright. Now I can see what I'm doing in the back corner in the plants. The moss in the back corner will grow. It's pretty awesome. Oh, dang, I got a freaking mess here. Goddamn old light. Okay. I did not plan on recording this. But, God damn it. Shit. Don't like to keep myself. Oh, what a fucking deal. Alright. Whew. That sucked. But now I got that freaking light, old Aquaneat light that cramped out was still sitting back there. Right here. And the way it was wedged in there, these lights are getting blocked. So now that back corner is pretty good as far as light goes. Let's get this back on here. Let's get back to doing what the F we was planning to do. Is it gonna focus on me? Or is it gonna crap out on me? It's not wanting to focus. Okay. So, planting this moss. After figuring this out, the only way I would do it different, which I do in my guppy tanks now, that don't have substrate, but this is hands down the best way to do moss. And I've lost, oh, here it is, I found it. I was looking for these things, my little planters. I apologize, this video is getting absurdly long, I'm sure, but I'm not doing this channel for the mass appeal. You know, I actually do have a college degree in computer information technology, and in another life worked full-time as a freelance web developer. So I could do all that fancy stuff too if I wanted to. But I don't. I am perfectly content. I'm not trying to sell out to a bunch of kids on YouTube. I'm an old 40-year-old man planting fish tanks, helping people that want to do it the right way. I guess that sounds kind of arrogant, because in this hobby there are many, many, many different ways to do things right. And I like to share stuff that I know will work for me. Because wow, if I just had one tank, man, I could have some pretty cool stuff. And just, but I've gone down the route of this, of having almost 30 tanks in my house. If all you had was a tank like this, the problem would be, is I think what most people fall into the trap of, is they get bored with it. They want to change. With me, I have so many tanks. I just leave well enough alone. And eventually, I've tried it. I helped lots of people, not just through YouTube, but on Facebook and people in real life. I just gotta tell them, man, you just gotta leave it alone, let it do its thing, man. It's gonna balance out. It will, I promise. You just gotta give it a chance. You gotta figure out what light is gonna work best for you. One of my buddies, he wanted to do planted tanks, and he got this crazy powerful light and CO2 and Just get fighting and fighting and fighting algae. It's like, yeah, man, that is awesome for an expert that knows exactly what they're doing. That kind of stuff. But if you want a tank you can enjoy trying, it's not gonna just piss you off with algae. That light is too much. So he lifted his light up, foot and a half off the tank, boom, instant success. It's not always about brighter lights and being better. Alright, so this is the very nice Florida Sunset crypt. Fish, when he's telling me it's a really good crypt, told me to look it up online. I was like, holy crap, that is a pretty sweet plant. So I'm going to get this thing jump started, hopefully. I'm going to put 3 of these Job's plant spikes underneath it, so that when the roots really get to going good, put one a little bit in front of it, put one right in the middle, right below it. Ooh, that's gonna mess it up. There's one of the roots sticking out. And then we're gonna put one right behind it. So she's sitting pretty and happy. And my OCD with these little baby roots sticking up ain't gonna drive me crazy, so I'm gonna grab a little bit of sand. I want sand on the leaves. There we go. She's looking good. Alright. I am completely freaking soaked. I have cussed too many times on here, for which I apologize. It is not perfect, but it is a lot. Well, let's see here. We got this. We can, in the middle of getting everything all stirred up, we have run into another issue. But I have these things. I don't even know how many of these cheap knockoff deals from Wish. When I first got all these tanks going, because with new tanks you have algae. And now that everything is full of plecos, we have these things. So all the stuff that got all stirred up and sticking to the glass. Something right there, I don't know what it is. This thing ain't gonna get it. So there we go, man. I mean, it's nothing to look at now. It's like, you spent all that time making that. Thanks for wasting my time. But that is where the key ingredient of patience comes in. By tonight, this tank will be crystal clear. Then a couple weeks, the plants will be taken off. Then a couple months, it's probably going to start looking pretty badass. So, 40-gallon redo. There you go. If you stuck with me this long, thank you for watching.